No one really talks about this feeling, not because it's rare, but because it's hard to explain. When life looks fine on the outside, yet inside, something feels strangely hollow. Nothing is falling apart. Nothing is obviously wrong. And still, something feels missing. At some point, many people arrive at a quiet realization. Life is functioning. There's a job to go to, a routine that repeats itself, bills get paid, days move forward. From the outside, everything seems stable, even successful. And yet, there's a sense that life is being lived on mute. This video isn't about fixing that feeling. It isn't advice or a solution or a diagnosis. It's simply an attempt to understand why so many people recognize it when they hear it described. It usually doesn't start with a breakdown. There's no dramatic moment, no clear turning point. It begins quietly. Mornings start to blur together. You wake up, do what you're supposed to do, and somehow the day disappears. Weekends arrive faster than expected, and leave even faster. Things you once looked forward to now feel neutral. Achievements still happen. Goals are still reached, but they don't land the way they used to. You might check something off your list and feel relief, but not satisfaction. People around you might say, "You're doing well. You're lucky. You've got everything sorted out." And they're probably right. Nothing in your life looks broken, but inside there's a quiet emotional flatness. Not sadness, not despair, just an absence of depth. A feeling that life is happening, but not really being felt. Many people describe this state as a contradiction. Life feels stable, but not meaningful. Busy, but not fulfilling. Comfortable, but strangely distant. It doesn't feel like a crisis. There's no emergency, no obvious reason to panic. It's more like being stuck in a pause that never officially ends. Some people notice it after years of focusing on responsibility. They did what was expected. They stayed consistent. They kept things together. Others encounter it after reaching major goals. They finally arrive where they were trying to go and realize the feeling they expected never shows up. There's no single explanation, only patterns. One possible reason this feeling is so widespread is the way modern life is structured. Life rewards function, being productive, reliable, efficient, capable. You learn how to manage tasks, meet expectations, keep moving, but rarely how to sit with stillness. Rarely how to notice subtle emotional needs before they fade into the background. When everything works on the surface, there's very little space to question it. And asking deeper questions can feel unnecessary or even ungrateful. So those questions don't disappear. They wait, quietly, in the background of your routines, in moments of silence, in the space between one task and the next. Many people who feel this way aren't unhappy. They aren't failing. They aren't broken. They're simply disconnected from themselves. Not because they did something wrong, but because they adapted extremely well. They learned how to survive, how to function, how to keep going. They built a life that works. And somewhere along the way, stopped asking whether it still resonates, whether it still reflects who they are now, not who they needed to be back then. This disconnection often goes unnoticed because it doesn't hurt loudly. It's quiet, subtle, easy to ignore. Until one day, you notice the absence. Feeling this way doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It doesn't mean your life is a mistake or that you should be somewhere else. It might simply mean you've outgrown a version of life that once made sense. And sometimes, recognizing that feeling is not the problem. It's not the failure. It's the beginning of awareness. Have you ever felt this, even when everything looked fine?